Now, everybody who's watching, let's get RBT to 500,000 subscribers by Christmas. He's the best Madden scientist there is. I subscribe to him, and if you don't subscribe to, your favorite team is going to lose to the I'm not saying that team.
So today, I am no Madden scientist. I am simply a Madden miracle worker. As today, we have no Madden science. We have something you guys been looking for and asking for a really long time, a rebuild. And today, we are rebuilding the worst team in the NFL. And the only reason I say that is because they're the only winless team, so it's only logical to say that. The Cincinnati Bengals, who are currently 0-8 in the NFL, we are going to try to perform a miracle and rebuild this team from their current state. They're 0-8 on the year and rebuild them all the way to a Super Bowl ring. We are not stopping today's video until you see the Cincinnati Bengals hoisting that Lombardi trophy. It's probably going to take me a hot freaking minute to finish this video. So with that said, I would appreciate it if you guys could drop a like. And I mean, if this video does get a lot of support, I mean, I very well could start doing rebuilds more consistently on the channel. So it's all about what you guys do want to see. So make sure to smash that like button if you do want to see more rebuilds on the channel. Let me know what teams you do want me to rebuild next in the comment section below. Once again, guys, make sure to subscribe if you are new and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. Once again, if we do hit 400,000 subscribers by Christmas, which we are on pace to do so, we will be upping my Christmas giveaway from last year. We'll make it 3 Xbox One X's and 3 PS4 Pros this year, so make sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't so we can have that massive giveaway here on the channel. Now with that said, time to go over this team. I'm going to try my best to not make it extremely unrealistic. At the same time, I'm going to do my due diligence, become a miracle worker, and hopefully bring this team a Super Bowl. Hopefully within the first 3 seasons is my goal. But initially, let's see what we need to do. First thing is first, this offensive line, man, absolutely atrocious. It's so bad that Madden doesn't even want to show it to us. We're 77 overall, which, I mean, there's much worse teams overall-wise in the game. But the whole entire offensive line needs to be completely removed. We might even need to move on from Tyler Eifert in that contract. I mean, there's plenty of players we need to move on from. I mean, AJ Green, he's going to begin to regress, so we probably need to move on from him. Andy Dalton, of course, we need to move on from him. Drafted quarterback, Tyler Eifert. We're probably going to keep on to Joe Mixon, probably hold on to Tyler Boyd, and that's really the only players we're looking to keep beyond this first season. Now, looking on to the defensive side of things, linebacker core, I mean, aside from Preston Brown, the rest of the guys can go. Jesse Bates, I mean, he's okay. I mean, we have worse issues at this point. Williams, I mean, once again, we have worse issues at this point. Defensive line, I mean, Geno Atkins obviously is solid, but he's just going to begin to regress, dude. He's like 30 years old. That's how it works in Madden. He's probably going to be an 85 by the beginning or by the end of year number 2. So we might need to move on from him. I think it's just going to take a complete rebuild. As really the only players I probably look to keep on defense beyond the first few years is Preston Brown, Carlos Dunlap, and William Jackson, and that's probably maybe Hubbard as well. Oh, of course, Carl Lawson. Aside from that, I mean, Jesse Bates, he might go. It's just, we're going to have to see what happens, dudes. I'm excited. The one unrealistic thing I am going to do to start things off is, since we are starting this off with like the real life roster where things currently stand in the NFL, I am going to turn off the trade deadline just for this first season and maybe make like 3 or 4 trades shipping players on to get some draft picks for this upcoming season, because if I was in control of this team at week 8, I would have definitely shipped on some of these superstars. So it's the only thing I am going to do unrealistic. Aside from that, full forces ahead. Time to begin the rebuild of the worst team in the NFL. First bit of business, get rid of Andy Dalton. He was worth $16 million per year, and he's for sure not going to be our quarterback of the future, as obviously we're trying to tank and get the number 1 overall pick. And another thing, I'm not using realistic draft classes because I feel like this is a little cheating, because I know what players are going to be good in the game. So it's just going to be random generated rookies. But with that said, we get a 1st-round pick and a 6th-round pick from next year for the Denver Broncos for shipping on Andy Dalton and a 3rd-string defensive tackle, Glasgow. He was 69, he was young, but that 1st-round draft pick is going to be huge. So would you look at that? AJ Green is no longer a Cincinnati Bengal. Got rid of that contract. We're moving on, looking towards the future. The Redskins wanted him and were willing to part ways with their first round draft pick, which could be huge. Currently the number 3 overall pick. It just took AJ Green in a 4th. And on top of that, we get ourselves a huge first round draft pick. I think we're probably just going to try to trade away one more player and we'll be good to tank the rest of the season. It is done. The last huge player we're shipping on, Geno Atkins, being traded. Atlanta Falcons. We get their first round draft pick. All it takes is Geno Atkins, which does, I think, take about 15 mil off our cap. Rodney Anderson, our 3rd running back, and a 7th round draft pick from this year. Now, with that said, we have 72 mil in cap room, so we could begin. We could probably sign a few free agents in this upcoming offseason if there's a lot of big free agents. And, I mean, with the draft and everything, and if we could hold on to some big players, I mean, this shouldn't take as long as some people think it would. So please tell me we did in fact go 0-16. How did we end up winning 4 games? Like, there's no way. How did that happen? How did we end up going 4-4 the rest of the season? This is how the NFL ended up. God, dude, that actually makes me mad. The Dolphins end up with the worst record. Although we should get this, we get pick number 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is huge. Hold on, did I do my math wrong? 2, 3, 3, 4, and 5. So that's actually big. Unfortunately, we don't get the number 1 overall pick, but hey, I'll take 4 top 5 picks. As if I draft right, we could get 4 core players for the future here. As in, just in case you guys do want to see across the league yearly awards, MVP goes to Deshaun Watson. Now moving on, let's look at the Rookie of the Year, Josh Jacobs. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Josh Allen. NFC Rookie of the Year, Nick Bosa. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Kyler Murray. Now moving along as well. First of all, I do want to see who did we beat? What teams did we beat the final 4 weeks of? Which 4 teams did we beat? The Raiders? How did we beat the Patriots? Come on now, bro. Trying to literally tank the rest of the season, and we beat the Patriots. And not only did we beat the Patriots, we beat the Patriots, one of the better teams in the league, by 21 points. You've got to love this game. Now, with that said, not awful at all. Like, do we fire a head coach? You know what? Screw you, Zach Taylor. Let's fire him. And can we hire a coach out there? I don't think we can hire a coach just yet. As Super Bowl 54 is going to be a Patriots and Seahawks Super Bowl. As what head coach are we going to be looking for here? Is there anybody that catches my eye? Adam Gase, he got fired. Matt Patricia. You know what? Let's bring Matt Patricia to Cincinnati. It's not letting me attempt to sign him, though. So I guess that's stupid. As the winner of Super Bowl 54 ends up being the Patriots 35-28. So one of our only 4 wins on the season ends up being a 3-touchdown win over the eventual Super Bowl champions. That's how Madden works, and somehow it wouldn't let me hire a coach, so we end up hiring Adam Gase. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Now, we do have some players that want to renegotiate their contracts. Now, Tyler Eifert, how much money does he want? How much is that going to be a year? 4.86, I mean, if you take this, I mean, why not? We have the cap right now. As he wants to go play for a new team, okay, go on. I don't really care. Giovanni Bernard, we'll let him work. Darquez Denard, he wants only a 1-year deal. If he'll accept a 2-year deal, I'll take that. Submit this, as he's going to test out free agency as well. Andrew Billings, I do want him to stay, as we'll offer him like a 3-year deal, give him a little bit more sign-in bonus. Hopefully he'll accept, and he does. So Andrew Billings coming back. Anthony Zattel, another player I do want to stay in Cincinnati for depth reasons. We'll give him a 1-year, well, you know what, give him a 3-year deal. I mean, why not? Hopefully he'll accept this, and he does. So last player I think I actually do want to try and sign, Nick Vigil. He is 73 overall, another good player for depth. Give him a 3-year deal. He has star development as well. Submit this through, and he's going to stay. So we bring some players back. Tyler Eifert, Giovanni Bernard, they're going to walk. As let's see what we can do here in free agency. Like, what players are even going to be in free agency? We have 43 available. Bro, Amari Cooper. That is actually, he's 26 years of age. We could be replacing AJ Green with a cheaper guy. Amari Cooper wants 10 mil per year. As let's see, was it going to take, it's going to be about the same in terms of a cap hit. And he's younger. He's going to keep progressing in terms of overall. Give him a 5-year deal. We'll up this up a little bit. I really want Amari Cooper, dude. 90 total points. We're going to be tied with the Bills. I mean, we can afford him right now. We'll give him even more money. I think we'll rock with this. We're going to rock with this, a 5-year deal, 95 points, 5 points above the Bills. Hopefully we can land Amari Cooper. Now we have some other players as well that we could potentially sign. I mean, we could get right here, we could get our replacement for Geno Atkins, a younger guy. He wants only a 3-year deal. He has Fearmonger Superstar X Factor, as this would be a pretty big cap hit as well. But I mean, if we can sign him, I mean, why not submit this through? It's 92 total points. It's above the Steelers right now. And I'll throw out some lowball offers for Kareem Hunt, since he has no offers right now. I mean, why not test it out? And last but not least, Kendall Fuller, he has no offers at all. So we'll give him a really lowball offer and see if somehow we can sign one of those 4 players. I mean, any of those guys will be huge. Hopefully we can sign one of them, maybe one of the lowball offers. Advance into next week. Come on. Ooh, Amari Cooper and Chris Jones both rejected their contracts. That's not what I like to see. Did they sign elsewhere? That looks like they did. He signed with the Bills. He signed with the Steelers. Like, that's stupid. I offered more points than the Steelers and the Bills, yet they still go there. You know what? Screw you. You're not going to be winning the Super Bowl in Buffalo anytime soon. Maybe with one of the lowball offers will sign with us. I mean, that would be big. We'd have our running back of the future. Kareem Hunt, he accepts an extremely lowball offer. That's a running back of the rebuild right there. Don't have to worry about drafting or signing anybody else. And maybe, just maybe, we can get Kendall Fuller as well. He rejects, but you know what? We signed one solid free agent. We don't have to worry about running back the rest of the rebuild. We have Kareem Hunt and Joe Mixon, as it's now time for the NFL draft. So excited. Who is going to be the quarterback of the future here? It's beautiful. 4 of the top 5 picks. As let's pause this draft, as let's check out this draft board and see who the heck. Ooh, Jawan Savage. He looks so good. His combine grade sucked. Ian Adkins, he looks extremely good as well. I mean, one of these 2 quarterbacks would be really good. 6'5", 225. I mean, he's solid in every single combine drill. Jawan Savage, he had an awful combine. His A+ throw power, his accuracy looks a little mid-tier. He's extremely slow as well. Trent Pearson, he looks really good. Everything looks solid in the combine. I might actually go after Trent Pearson. I think that's going to be our quarterback of the future out of Clemson. Hopefully he'll be like a high 70, maybe a 77, 78. Hopefully the Dolphins don't pick him. Wait, did they actually just got him, didn't they? No, they didn't. They got Atkins. That's the other guy. That's not the quarterback I wanted. I wanted the guy from Clemson. He's still going to be there. Trent Pearson, come on. Just be a better overall than the number 1 overall pick. He was a 71 overall. Please, just please. Oh my God. Well, he's 71 overall. He does have hidden development trait, which does mean he probably is at least a superstar. So he might be low just now, but he'll develop into a really good quarterback over the next few years, especially if he can win some awards for us, as we have the next pick as well. I mean, why don't just pick the other freaking quarterback too? As there's so many good players at the top. I don't know who to go with. Connor Palmer looks really good. So does some of the offensive linemen. Some of the offensive linemen look insane. This guy, oh my God, Tevin Anderson. He's A- across the board. I think I got to go with this guy. 75 overall. He has hidden development, which means he's superstar as well, at least. So we still have 2 more picks. That's why, really didn't care about jumping the gun there. Next, I think we're going to go with one of the offensive linemen. I don't know, though. Defensive tackle. We need a defensive tackle, Joey Goddard. And I think we're going to get him and then 1-0 lineman, Joey Goddard. He is going to be a 75, so we really haven't got anybody incredible, although they all have at least superstar development. And last but not least, going to go after one of these offensive linemen here, as hopefully, just hopefully, we can get somebody that might even be pushing the 80 overall mark as we look. I don't know about this left tackle or right tackle. I think we're going to go with Freddie Redmond. They have the same exact attributes, but he has a higher combine grade. We're going to rock with him, and he's a 76 overall. Only problem is he only has normal development that could be improved. But he's the highest overall player, just not necessarily the best because of his development trait. But I don't think that was bad whatsoever. So that quarterback from Georgia was actually a 73 overall. It took all the way into the 30th pick in the first round for somebody to pull the trigger. As obviously in hindsight, I'd rather pick him. But hey, I'm okay with the 71 overall. He might even be a superstar X Factor. as I actually really like this receiver, Dom Dumas, A-B+B. He could be extremely solid. We're going to go ahead and draft him. He's going to be, oh, that's awful. Oh, don't I look like a moron? Why can't I get lucky with my picks, dude? God dang Dom. There's still some really decent looking offensive linemen, as I think, ooh, do I go with Sean Massey or Will Hamlin? I think we're going to go Sean Massey. Why not? A better combine grade. We'll rock with him. And he's going to end up being something good. 68 overall. Not necessarily awful for a third-round pick. I mean, this guy's still available. I don't know why. We have him scouted as a late second rounder. There's got to be a reason he fell. I mean, that's good for a fifth-round pick. This is our fifth-round selection. I mean, I'll take it. At least we're replacing our awful offensive lineman that we had with younger, a little bit better overall offensive linemen. So that's not awful. Why is everybody passing on you? That's why. I had nobody else scouted, so it was just a shot in the dark, and we have no more picks remaining. So, I mean, draft class, it could have been better. It really could have been with the picks that we had, but I'm not complaining. It was solid. We have a solid foundation moving towards the future. If you look at the team now, I think it has a solid foundation. Solid running back, a quarterback of the future, decent wide receivers with Tyler Boyd and John Ross. Maybe can get one in the upcoming draft. But the offensive line has some young pieces. I think we're going to trade away Cordy Glenn. We'll trade away John Miller and maybe trade for a better center and then let Hamlin, the other rookie we drafted, play right guard and see if we can get some more picks. And looking at the defensive side of things, I mean, once again, it's not awful. We have a solid foundation. Just a few more drafts, maybe a few more free agents, and we could maybe next year even be looking at a potential playoff berth. I don't think this year, though. So this is actually so stupid, dude. Literally no NFL teams have any cap room. So I'm trying to trade some players away, shed some cap room of my own, and then bring some players in or maybe some draft picks, but I can't because literally no team has enough cap room to afford a $5 million cap hit player. It's stupid. They need to fix the cap room problems on Madden. It's so dumb. Whatever trades I make, it's probably not the trades that I wanted to make, but the trades that we have to because of the constraints that we have. So we actually do get a first-round draft pick. Billy Price heading over to the Seattle Seahawks. We get their first-round pick. We also had to throw in 2-6 from this year. I am not asking questions. Ali Marpet, he's worth a lot, but we can afford that cap right now, and he can really help out this offensive line. Trade away our backup right tackle, our third running back, and a fourth-round draft pick from next year. That ourselves another 88 overall offensive lineman to our arsenal. Not only do we shed $9 million off our cap, we also acquire what looks like it might be the #1 overall selection in the upcoming draft. We traded away our backup left tackle, Cordy Glenn. We also had to throw in a second, though, and a fifth, but it's all about getting quality picks, not just quantity. I think we're about to get ourselves a pretty big deal here. Mitchell Schwartz coming over from the Kansas City Chiefs. Going to be our last trade of the season. Shipping on like our fourth cornerback, Mr. Maben, over to the Chiefs for the veteran right tackle, a fourth-round draft pick from this year, and one of our worst wide receivers. So you might be asking me what the heck I'm doing here. I was just tired of looking at Mr. John Miller. He's worth $5 million per year. He wasn't going to start for us. He's getting up there in age, and we needed a better cornerback. I know Rashawn Melvin's 30, but we could use him right now because like our third cornerback, I think, is like a 67, and we just couldn't ship on John Miller elsewhere because simply no team could afford him. So we'll take the 73 overall cornerback as a makeshift for now. So this is how the team's going to line up for this season. I moved Jonah Williams into guard. I want him to play a part of the team moving forward. I mean, he's only a second-year player. He's extremely young, and he's really good, too, as startup element, so he could play a part. We're going to let him play at the guard position. Redmond's going to play on the left side at left tackle. We have Mitchell Schwartz who can play right tackle. Ali Marpet at right guard. And Hamlin, one of our rookies, who's a guard. We converted him to center. Offense is solid. On defense, too, I mean, just a few more pieces. Maybe get some outside linebackers in this upcoming draft, upcoming free agency. So into the second season, we didn't make the playoffs. Really didn't expect to. Team is up to an 83 overall, 85 offense, 81 defense. We end up going 7-9 this year. So a pretty big improvement from last year. Looking across the league, best record does go to the Texans at 13-1, Falcons at 12-4. As we look down at the bottom of the league, worst record ends up going to the Raiders at 4-12. Now Pearson already up to a 76. That's solid. Hunt up to a 91. Boyd up to an 87. John Ross up to a 79. Mitchell Schwartz went up. We had Hamlin up to a 70. Jonah Williams up to a 76. Marpet up to an 89. And defensively, some improvements as well. We had our young defensive tackle, Goddard, up to a 79 already. So some improvement, that's for sure. Tim Anderson, our middle linebacker, up to an 82 overall. So he's going to be an absolute beast. What was he at the beginning of the year? A 76? So he had a huge jump. He must have won like a rookie of the year or something. Looks like we had nobody in the top 10 of the MVP. Once again, goes to Deshaun Watson. And the question is, did we have any rookie of the year? And we had Pearson. Oh, he was just behind Atkins, the other rookie that was drafted just before us, because it really could have helped us in his development, but he comes in second. We had nobody else in the top 10. Defensively, we did have Tevin Anderson improve all the way up to an 82 overall, who did win the Defensive Rookie of the Year in the AFC. We had Goddard come in fifth, and that's it. So we made some pretty good picks in this draft. I do want to check this first year. Trent Pearson threw for 4,000 yards, but only 21 touchdowns. We got sacked 50 times. Our offensive line has definitely got to improve. Kareem Hunt with the big year. Tyler Boyd with the big year. So I like this team. I mean, if we can sign some free agents and maybe make a few trades, this team, I think, could compete in the next year or two. As Super Bowl 55, Packers, Browns, winner is going to end up being, wouldn't be surprised if it's the freaking Browns. They win every single Super Bowl in simulations. It's the Packers, 28-17. As, oh my God, a ton of big players. We do have to make the decision whether or not we do want to re-sign. First of all, I think we have got to re-sign William Jackson. He only wants a one-year deal, which is extremely weird. We'll up the salary just a little bit. I got to make sure this man signs with us. We're gonna sign up. I should have made it a 3-year deal. Why? Oh, he's going to test out free agency? Why? Okay, Carl Lawson, you have got to stay with us. Give him like a 5-year deal. Up this up like a ton. Sign a bonus up a ton. Come on. Please sign with me. Yes, he's staying with the team. I can't believe we lost William Jackson. That's huge. John Ross, we need him to stay with the team. That's for sure. Make it a 5-year deal. $5 million per year. Come on, please sign with us, John, please. Yes, he's staying. Now, I guess since we lost, I mean, do we lose out on Joe Mixon? He wants so much money for a backup running back. I mean, we have Kareem Hunt. I think we're going to let Joe Mixon go. Maybe use that elsewhere. Maybe use that. Do we franchise tag William Jackson? Oh, it's $17.2 million. We can't do that. We just can't afford to do that. Erickson will let him go. Shatley let him go. Jordan Evans. If he'll take a small little contract, bump it up a little bit. I mean, we can take him. He's a decent outside linebacker. He's staying. Let's go. Ooh, Keanu Neal. We've got to make this happen. We just let our strong safety go. 90 overall. We've got to have this guy come in and become a playmaker in that secondary. Give him a huge signing bonus. Make it like 7.5 mil. And maybe, just maybe, with that superstar development, he'll be coming over and signing for hopefully an upcoming Super Bowl champion. Who else do I like here? Logan Ryan. Only problem is he's 30 years old. William Jackson's 28. You know what? He has no offers, though, so maybe we could get him on the cheap. Maybe we could even get him, we'll go a 2-year deal. Maybe, like, we'll lowball him quite a bit. Submit this. Maybe he'll accept. I mean, is there anybody else? I mean, Will Fuller. We could add him to that wide receiver core with Tyler Boyd. I mean, this could actually be a pretty big signing. He has no offers. So once again, maybe, just maybe, this could be a pretty big signing for us. And I think that's probably gonna do it. Maybe we could add one more solid corner out of free agency. Does he have any other offers? The Redskins offered him quite a bit. We'll up this just a little bit. Up this signing bonus like 3.5 mil. Maybe that'll be enough. I don't have the salary cap. Are you kidding me? They've got to rework the salary cap mess in this game because it's absolute nonsense. Will Fuller accepted? Oh my, we got some huge players, dude. Will Fuller, Keanu Neal, Garyon Conley, full force ahead. Super Bowl 100% on my mind the next 2 seasons. Logan Ryan rejected, not really a huge deal. We have some players we can upgrade. Tevin Anderson, dude, our young middle linebacker, already up to an 84 overall. And 100% looking for an outside linebacker, maybe even 2, and maybe 1 or 2 corners in this draft because our corners, like behind Garyon Conley, are extremely, extremely underwhelming. So hopefully we have a chance to pick up somebody big here with the 12th overall pick. We actually have 2 picks in the span of 5 separate picks. So hopefully we can actually pick up somebody that can be useful for us. Right off the bat, Kasim Huggins looks extremely good. So does Philip Sweet. How about the cornerback position? What do we have this year? I would rather go out and get the outside linebacker right now because like they look extremely good, could be picked up ASAP. Now the question is, I think we got to go with Phillip. Phillip Sweet. He looks too sweet. No pun intended. Hopefully I'm not making the wrong choice here. His combine is insane. Comes in at a 74 overall with hidden development. That could have been so much worse. Like, I feel like I'm doing a bad job. But hey, could technically actually draft that other outside linebacker right now and just flip him to the other side. I mean, Bob Cornelius, though, he looks so good. But no, we're going to get, like, our number one position in need. We need outside linebackers. Kasim Huggins, we're going to take you to. He's a 74, so that's actually hilarious. They have the same exact overall, so it was really just pick or choose which 74 you wanted. But hey, we saw how much Tevin Anderson progressed in literally 1 year. Hopefully, they can do the same. We still have another first-round draft pick, though. Maybe here is where we pick up a corner. Hopefully, we can get somebody solid here, at least maybe like a 72, 73 overall, somebody that can at least play for us. And, you know, we have really one option here, Javonte Crosby. Just don't be like a 60. What the heck? I'm so happy. Bro, Javonte Crosby, I mean, I had no idea, but once again, not going to ask questions. By far, this draft, although it was less picks than last draft, 100% more productive. Third round pick, we only have one more pick left. It's a 7th. I mean, do we go ahead and just grab ourselves another corner? Some other good, like, outside linebackers left? But I wanted to just try. We have him graded as a first-round talent. I mean, the first freaking drafted corner we got was pretty good, so why not get one more? Courtney Moore. He's a 71. That's actually extremely good for a third-round pick. Another player is probably going to have at least superstar development, so this draft, dude, A-okay with me. I'm going to take a stab at the highest graded player that's left, Marcus Griffin, 7th-round selection. He's actually a 60. That's not awful. Wow, I just now realized the cornerback that we drafted has 96 speed and was the fastest player in the entire draft. So with that said, full force ahead to season number 3. And this season, dude, we're up to an 82 overall, 85 offense. This could be a year we actually make the playoffs. So this is actually a huge trade. Unfortunately, had to get rid of the guard that we drafted last year. It wasn't really going to amount to anything. We converted him to center. He's 68, so he's really not going to help us out. But we got rid of Carlos Dunlap. I didn't realize he had regressed all the way down to a 77, and he's worth $12 million per year. And the only team that could afford him, I don't know what the deal is with cap room right now, but almost every single team is in the negatives, so you can't even trade anybody away except the Dolphins. And thank God they were actually interested in him. So we do get a first-round draft pick from this year from them and a 5th from this year as well. I am not asking questions whatsoever. Had got to get rid of Drake Kirkpatrick. He was worth $11 million, and he was like our 5th or 6th corner. We actually get Richard Sherman in return, who cost less money. We did have to throw in a third-round draft pick, but I was sick and tired of Drake Kirkpatrick being on my team, and now I'm happy he's gone. We get another first-round selection. We go out, we trade Ford, who is no longer going to play for us, a cornerback, our third-string middle linebacker, and a third-round draft pick from next year to bring in the 2nd overall projected pick from the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is absolutely perfect. So, yeah, I know we just signed Garyon Conley, now we're trading him away. And when we shake cap space, we got Richard Sherman, and that means we have Richard Sherman and our 2 first-round draft picks playing this year. So they should develop into hopefully close to an 80, so we're saving money. Also bringing in a center, which we need. No longer are we having those converted centers that we have from the first draft class. He's just probably not going to be good enough. So we get one of our biggest position need in center, and we shed like $10 million worth of cap from here. Nick Weigel, he's gone. We got the drafted outside linebackers are going to be solid for us, same overall as him. So we shed, I think, $10 million in total cap room here while adding a solid center. And with that, my dudes, I think we are done for trading this year. Team's up to an 85 overall. The offensive line itself is insane. Offense, if Pearson can get into the 80s, we could probably make the playoffs this year. Solid attack, Tyler Boyd, Will Fuller, John Ross, and Tate, Kareem Hunt there as well. On defense, it's young, especially that front 7, but we're good. A young secondary as well, but I think this is the year we finally make the playoffs. Do we win the Super Bowl? I don't know, but I think for sure, we can make the playoffs this season. And yes, we did it. Barely, just barely, but we do finally make the playoffs. At 9-6-1, going to be taking on the Houston Texans. We did win the division. The division was insane. We're playing an extremely tough division. How is the Steelers projected to have the 2nd pick in the draft, and we had to trade so much for it? They ended up 10-5 on the year. That's insane, but we still somehow, some way, do make the playoffs. We have some players that can upgrade too. Hopefully our quarterback. No, just this random guy, Jalen Tolliver. I don't even know who you are, but thank you for being upgraded. Team is up to an 87 overall. I wonder what our quarterback's looking like. We have Pearson being the 80s, please. He's 79, so right in the brink of that. Tyler Boyd up to an 89. Offensive line looking extremely good. Mitchell Schwartz is probably going to begin to regress though in the next few years. Defensively, our outside linebackers up to an 80 and a 79, so we did make the right choice there. Anderson up to an 86, Bates up to an 85. Richard Sherman actually improved. Our corners up to an 81 overall and a 76. So I think trading Garyon Conley was 100% the move that allowed Crosby to have enough playing time to be up to an 81 overall. Oh my, this team is actually looking so good. Wonder if one of our players did win the Rookie of the Year on the defense side of things. We had nobody, it looks like, in the top 10 of the MVP race. Now, most importantly, Rookie of the Year, Bob Cornelius. We had nobody in the top 10. And defensively, yes, Courtney Moore. Actually, it's so weird. We have 4 guys in the top 10. That's insane. The guy that improved the most was actually the lowest on the Defensive Rookie of the Year rating. But I'm not asking questions. The team's looking solid. How did Trent Pearson do this year? Did we throw more passing touchdowns? We did, but not that many. But hey, with that said, can this team get it done and make it to the Super Bowl, taking on the 9-7 Texans? Can we at least win one playoff game? We don't. We lost by 4. God dang it. What do you know? It's the Browns again. Browns, Cowboys. I'm expecting it to eventually probably be the Browns this year, and it is not. Again, they lose 2 consecutive Super Bowls. We have players that can upgrade here. Courtney Moore, the cornerback, who won the Rookie of the Year, can go up to a 78 overall, which is huge because our corners after this year will probably be all in the 80 overalls, which is huge. Once again, that Garyon Conley trade was massive. Although Richard Sherman's probably going to regress a little bit, he did get superstar development. We have a ton of players that do have to renegotiate their contracts. Richard Sherman, Mitchell Schwartz, Jesse Bates. Oh, God, some big players. Hopefully I can hold on to at least most of them, as I do want to re-sign Richard Sherman. How much cap room? We have plenty of cap room. We're going to... 2-year deal maybe. I mean, we can use him for like 1 more year, maybe trade him on. No, he's going to free agency. That's great. Mitchell Schwartz, he's down to an 89. But I mean, this is maybe a 3-year deal. I mean, he could be, even as like an 83 overall, could be solid at right tackle. Can you please re-sign? And he's not. That's just even great. Okay, Jesse Bates, we've got to keep you. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna give you a 6-year deal. Give you $5 million a year. And give you like a $3.5 million sign-on bonus. Please re-sign. Yes, he's staying. Now, Preston Brown. This is a tough one. He's a backup middle linebacker, but he's great to be a backup middle linebacker. So we'll give him a 4-year deal. We'll give him $3 million per year. He should accept that, and he does. Next, Sam Hubbard. He's our current starting left end. I mean, I want to go ahead and re-sign him, and if we get somebody better, I mean, we could trade him for a draft pick. That's a huge deal, though. That's a huge deal. You know what? I think it's worth it. He has star development. He's going to stay. I think Auden Tate, depending on what he's asking for, that's not a big cap hit. It really isn't. As our 4th wide receiver, I mean, he's a solid 4th wide receiver. We'll keep him. And I think we will allow the rest of the guys to walk. Unfortunately, we did lose Richard Sherman. We did lose Mitchell Schwartz. What does it take to franchise tag him? 14 mil? No. We'll try to get somebody out of the draft or free agency or trade for somebody. But I think, CJ Uzomah, our backup tight end, who does play a lot. He wants a decent deal. It's only worth 4 mil per, against our cap. Maybe he'll accept this. Maybe he won't. He stays. We'll take it. Not bad at all. We need a right tackle and possibly a better defensive end. Oh, Leighton Vander Esch. J.J. Watt as well, but he is 33. But, I mean, if we want to try to win it all this year, this could be the move. Ooh, which is a tough one. Leighton Vander Esch, this is a huge player, but we have such good outside linebackers as well. As much as I want him, I think we're going to let him slide. Von Miller, I mean, just to do it, just to give him, we'll lowball him big time. He has no offers. So maybe that's so much cap hit, though. But, a low ball, it's not bad. I mean, if anything, we trade him away. What other players? What other players? Did we try to go after a J.J. Watt and then trade away Hubbard? Is that the move? I mean, he's a huge player. Like, well, I mean, I don't know. This is a lot of money. 96 total points. We're in the lead now. Von Miller and J.J. Watt potentially being added to the defense. This could be big. This could be big. I think that's the only two players I am going to go after. Maybe we get one of them. I mean, even if we don't get any of them, I'll be okay. And, oh my God, they actually both accepted. What do we actually do now? Bro, we just got Von Miller and J.J. Watt. And we don't have a pick until round 20. I'm just hoping we can get a solid right tackle maybe, or maybe, do we go after another cornerback since we lost Richard Sherman, or defensive end? I don't know what to do. Right off the bat, Cam Keaton looks like our right tackle of the future. He looks like an early first rounder, yet he's still available. A 79 overall. We literally replaced Mitchell Schwartz with the best player in the entire draft. The number one player, 79 overall. Superstar development, at least, if not X Factor. Dude, let's go. What a start to this freaking draft. We have another pick in 3 picks down the line. And maybe we go after a corner here if there's any good corners. Oh, it's a tough one. Or maybe, I don't even know what we go after, dude. So, any corners? Maybe we can get a corner in the second round. Any linebackers? Nobody looks really good unless we go. I mean, it's another good outside linebacker, but do we take them? Some good D tackles, too. Ooh, this is a tough one, my dudes. I don't even know what to go after here. I mean, there's another good right tackle there. But do we just keep stockpiling on left, like, outside linebackers? I mean, is that the move? I don't know what the move is. I guess it's the move. He looks like the best player, honestly. Roy Purcell. Or do we go after one of these guys and just get a better D tackle and trade away one of our current ones? I'm so torn. Let's just stockpile on outside linebackers. Maybe he'll be good. Roy Purcell, oh my God, that is awful. Oh, God. Well, I guess he's going to be of no help whatsoever. At least we have one more pick, though. Hopefully this one isn't a huge failure. Do we just get one of those cornerbacks and hope and pray they're good? We really need one. I mean, he actually looks like the best one. Kasim Poole. Hopefully just be above a 70. Be above a 70. I mean, this draft was a failure. Aside from our first pick, this looks like an absolute freaking failure. I mean, why is this guy fell all the way? I mean, he looks good. Good combine grade. I mean, that's why. Oh, I hate myself. Why did I take the bait? Russ Spell. In the 5th round, he looks good. I mean, why did he look good when he's a 61? I don't get it. You know what? We're going to advance to the rest of the You know what? This draft has been so bad, the computer probably has a better chance at drafting somebody good than me. At least we got our solid franchise right tackle. Hopefully he won't even be a franchise right tackle, though. Hopefully he'll be a one-year right tackle, as hopefully win the Super Bowl in year number 1. This draft, we got a quarterback, was absolutely atrocious. Did we finally have an 80 overall player in the draft this year? No, we had easily the best player in the entire draft. So trying to go for everything this year, but at the same time trying to shed some cap space. So we moved Von Miller to defensive end, hence why we're trading Carl Lawson. He's only up to an 84. He's worth $11 million. We have hardly any cap left, so we traded him a 2nd from next year and a 7th from this year to the Denver Broncos to, I guess, replace Von Miller for their first-round draft pick. So that was weird. We needed another cornerback since we lost Richard Sherman. I told you guys I was probably going to trade away Hubbard if we did get J.J. Watt. We bring in DeAndre Baker. I mean, he's still young. 79 overall. Don't know why the heck they valued him at 1 star. And I know I probably got him for a lot less, but we'll take it. We shed $9 million off our cap here. So that's the one thing we did need. 86 overall team, advancing into the playoffs. And hopefully, maybe this is the year we can actually get a first-round bye and make a run. Does look like we got a first-round bye, but the question is, how good did we do? We went 11-5, our best season yet. Team is up to an 88 overall, 89 offense, and with players that can be upgraded, a ton of players. Our star right tackle up to an 82 overall. Trent Pearson about to be up to an 83 overall. Ton of players were upgraded, as now we stay at an 88 overall. This team actually could win the Super Bowl this season. As we look, offensive lines looking extremely tasty. The offense is insane. Tyler Boyd up to a 91 overall. And looking on the defense side of things, that middle linebacker, Tim Anderson, up to an 88. Outside linebackers, both up to 82. Keanu Neal looking solid. Jesse Bates up to an 86. Crosby up to an 83. Defensive line is insane. This actually could be the season we get it done. And last but not least, let's check out these statistics, as we had the second best offense in the entire league. And defense should be up there as well. I think that means we had the first, although it doesn't even say anything, so this could actually be the year. Zeke wins the MVP. We still had nobody in the top 10. Any rookie of the years this year? Karma Sweat from the Jags wins it. We had nobody in the top 10. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Giovanni Pickett, but Kasim Poole was up there at number 3. Guys, please, oh please, who are we going to be taking on in the divisional round? Give me somebody. The 9-7 Raiders. We have them at home. Come on, Bengals. Please, oh please. We are taking on the 11 or is it 7-9 Patriots. There's no way. We beat the Raiders 31-14 at home. No way. This team up to an 80 overall loses to a 7-9 Patriots team. No way. We got a huge win. 42-14. This could be the year, dude. It's actually gone by so much quicker than what I expected. Normally, like, I know the 0 overall rebuild I did the first ever time I did that took 7 hours. And this has literally only been an hour and 23 minutes. So we are doing this extremely fast, and so many players with upgrades. And I'm actually so proud of myself. So I don't think this has been extremely unrealistic. Not nearly as unrealistic as half of my rebuilds are. But we're going to be taking on the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. They went 12-4. We have some more upgrades that are available. Some players that really don't play for us. But what we are going to do here is we're actually going to jump into the game, and we are going to simulate that way. Either I'm going to be extremely excited. We are going to end off this video as I told you guys we were going to do, and end off the video by hoisting up that Lombardi trophy. The Bengals. The freaking Bengals winning the Super Bowl. Like I said, not a Madden scientist today, a Madden miracle worker. Here we are, no pressure. Gonna simulate to the end. Can't bring me this far only to fail. Can we get off to a quick start? No, they scored a touchdown. We tie things up, 7-all. We take a 14-7 lead. Oh God, they're gonna tie things up. They do tie things up. It's still 14-all. It's 21-14. Oh, it's going to come down to the wire, isn't it? The Seahawks, they tie things up. Take a 20. Oh my God. We literally scored with like no time left. Oh my heart. I thought for sure I was going to have at least an extra 30 minutes added on to the video. Holy crap. We actually did it. What was that? 5 seasons? We rebuild the worst team in the NFL to Super Bowl champions. Only the miracle worker, the Madden miracle worker, can get it done. As guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if we can smash 5,000 likes for today's rebuild. Our first drafted quarterback from our first draft class, Trent Pearson, wins the Super Bowl MVP. 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. What a game from the youngster. We get it done, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you are new and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. Once again, 400K by Christmas. We will be doing an insane giveaway. So there it is. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, come on. Come on. Give it to Pearson. Give it to him. Wait for it. Come on. I'm about to jizz my pants here. There it is.